Good students, how are you? Very good morning to you all. In the last class, we have seen the force exerted by the jet, fluid jet, on flat plate when it was kept stationary and normal, one case, another one inclined to the jet, but it is stationary again, and we have derived the equation. Okay. Now, again, if you want to refresh the basics, impulse momentum principle, we get rate of change of momentum is equal to m into v1 minus v2 per second. That is nothing but mass per second multiplied by v1 minus v2. That is equal to rho a v1 multiplied by v1 minus v2. Today in this class, we will try to get the equation or derivation for curved plate when it is stationary. First we will complete all the types of vanes and subcases for stationary, and then we will move on to moving plate. Okay, so that it will be easy to understand. One plate is curved, that means third one. Two cases on flat plate. Now third one, plate is curved, jet striking at the center. There are two possibilities. One, when the jet is striking at the center with velocity v. Another case would be when it is striking the curved vane tangentially, right? Tangentially. That we will see afterwards. Figure shows a fluid jet striking a stationary curved plate, that is fixed plate, at the center. The jet, after striking the plate, comes out with the same velocity v in the tangential direction of the curved plate. Means tangential to this, that will move. That I will show with another color so that differentiate will be there. So tangential, right? Next. Case 1, when object is stationary, jet striking at the center. The velocity at the outlet of the plate can be resolved into two components. Right? The jet, after striking the plate, comes out with the same velocity in the tangential direction. That is over. Next page. The velocity at the outlet of the plate can be resolved into two components. Component of velocity in the direction of jet, that is in this direction. If you make like this triangle, then in this direction it will be v minus v cos theta. Minus sign is equal to, minus sign means why minus sign is taken, velocity at the outlet is in a direction opposite. Component of velocity perpendicular to the jet is equal to, perpendicular to the jet means in y direction. It is positive, whereas here it is negative. Therefore, Fx is equal to force acting in x direction. This force can be computed using impulse momentum principle. I dash m means impulse momentum principle. Rate of change of momentum in the direction of force is equal to initial momentum per second minus final momentum per second. Case 1. When object is stationary, that is continued. Plate is curved, continued. So every time I need not have to say, just for your reference I am saying same. Fx is equal to mass per second multiplied by velocity before striking the curved plate minus velocity after striking the plate. Initial velocity in the direction of motion is equal to v. Final velocity in the direction of motion is equal to 0 because it is stationary. Therefore, Fx is equal to rho av multiplied by whole multiplied by, we should say, whole multiplied by minus of minus v cos theta. Therefore, it brings out to be equal to Fx is equal to rho a v squared 1 plus cos theta. Similarly, Fy is equal to, just we have to add minus sign, minus rho a v squared sin theta. That's all. Next slide. Now, as I have already said, jet striking tangentially at one of the tip when plate is symmetrical. That is also important. Symmetrical. This is symmetrical. Jet will strike the blade tangentially at one of the tip, either top tip or bottom tip, any one. So it is here, it is considered bottom tip. Figure shows a fluid jet striking a stationary symmetrical curved plate which is smooth. Every time we will assume it is smooth. Therefore, there will not be any friction. Just a minute. At one end tangentially, fluid jet striking the curved plate tangentially with velocity v. Let us consider bottom tip, and the plate is smooth. The plate is symmetrical about x-axis. Hence, theta be the angle made with the jet with x-axis. Angle made here. Theta, you can see, angle made the jet with x-axis at inlet tip. So, bottom tip we call it as here, since we are considering the jet of water striking the blade here, it is known as inlet tip. Inlet. This is then outlet. Okay. Outlet or exit. Inlet or entry. As angle made by tangent at inlet and outlet of the plate. Therefore, Fx is equal to mass per second multiplied by velocity before striking minus velocity after striking. These are all common. Final velocity, initial velocity is v cos theta. Final velocity will be minus v cos theta because it will be in the opposite direction. Therefore, Fx is equal to rho av multiplied by v cos theta minus of minus v cos theta. We get Fx is equal to 2 rho a v squared cos theta. 2 rho a v squared cos theta. Okay. Is it clear? So, when you resolve this in xx direction, you will get initial velocity v cos theta. Final velocity, it will be acting in the opposite direction. Therefore, minus sign you have to prefix. Similarly, Fy is equal to 0. Fy is equal to 0 because theta is equal to 0. Figure shows what is this case when plate is unsymmetrical. In case of symmetrical plate, both the side theta will be there here. Here, theta. Now here it is theta phi. Why? It is assumed that the curved plate is unsymmetrical. You can see these components of fluid force acting upon at inlet and at outlet. We will consider at inlet initial, at outlet final. Figure shows a fluid jet striking a stationary unsymmetrical. This is important. Stationary unsymmetrical curved plate which is smooth at one end tangentially. Let theta the angle made by the tangents at inlet tip, phi is at outlet tip respectively with x-axis. You can see here theta with respect to x-axis at inlet, phi is the angle made at the outlet tip with x-axis. Is it clear? Okay. Therefore, Fx is equal to mass per second multiplied by velocity before striking minus velocity after striking. Initial velocity in the direction is equal to v cos theta, whereas final velocity in x direction is minus v cos phi. You see, here itself you can see it is in the opposite direction. Here at the inlet it is in the forward direction, it is in the backward direction. Arrows indicate. In the figure also it is very clearly printed. Still I am showing you so that I can drive your attention with concentration. Is it clear? Therefore, Fx is equal to, if you substitute the values, rho a v squared cos theta plus cos phi you will get. Similarly, Fy is equal to rho a v squared sin theta minus sin phi. Is it clear? Here cos theta, cos phi. Here, in case of y direction, it is sin theta minus sin phi. So, when you write it on paper step by step, you yourself feel very comfortable and convenient to understand. We have to write and practice, no other way, no other way. So, as in the case of flat plate, we have found out the ratio of discharges. Here also we can find out the ratio of discharges. Q1 upon Q2 is equal to 1 plus cos theta divided by 1 minus cos theta when the object is stationary. So, flat plate we have taken. This is summary of the things which we have dealt now. So, ratio of Q1 by Q2 in case of flat plate we have derived. When plate is curved, Fx is equal to rho a v squared multiplied by 1 plus cos theta, whereas Fy is equal to minus rho a v squared sin theta. When plate is curved but jet striking tangentially and the plate is symmetrical, we got Fx is equal to 2 rho a v squared cos theta, whereas Fy is equal to 0. In the other case, when plate is curved, jet striking tangentially, but plate is unsymmetrical. In that case, we got Fx is equal to rho a v squared cos theta plus cos phi, whereas Fy is equal to rho a v squared sin theta minus sin phi. Is it clear? Rho is density of fluid. See, all of you are aware of this. Rho is density of fluid. A is equal to area of the jet. D is the diameter of the jet. V is the velocity of jet. Theta is angle made by the jet with the direction of x-axis or inlet. Phi is angle made by the outlet tip with x direction or angle made by velocity at outlet tip when plate is unsymmetrical. Is it clear? This is whole summary of the article which have been taught on flat plate, when it is kept normal, when it is kept inclined, and in case of curved plate, when the jet is exerting the force at center. One case, either you can consider inlet tip or outlet tip, and another case in the curved plate is jet is striking the plate tangentially. Okay. Next, we will solve 1 or 2 numerical problems in this class. Numerical problem 1. A jet of water 75 mm diameter issues means ejects with a velocity of 30 meters per second and impinges on a stationary flat plate. Impinges, this is the technical word. Impinges means strikes the blade, which destroys its forward motion. Find the force exerted by the jet on the plate and also work done. Since the plate is stationary, he said, there cannot be any work done. Why? Because plate is not moving, no work is done. Suppose I am a person. If I move from my home to bazaar, then only I can say I have done some work. Or if I come to college, I have done some work. Right? When I am at home, there is no official work I have carried out. In the similar way, these are all logic simulations. Diameter of jet D is equal to 75 millimeter. Convert into meter. Very carefully, first of all, convert and write down the data in terms of symbols. In terms of symbols, you write down the data very correctly and convert into one single unit, that is meter. Velocity of jet V is equal to 30 meters per second. Therefore, the force exerted by the jet on a stationary vertical plate is given by F is equal to rho a V squared. Direct substitution. Where rho is equal to mass density of water, it is not given. You have to assume. You have to remember 1000 kg per meter cube. Don't forget. Where A is equal to area of the jet, you calculate because diameter is given. That is worked out to be equal to 0.004418 meters squared. Therefore, F is equal to, if you substitute the value, you will get 3976.2 newtons. As the plate is stationary, work done is 0. Is it clear? Another numerical problem. I will change the color of the pen. I will change the color of the pen to violet. A jet of water strikes with a velocity of 35 meters per second a flat plate inclined at 30 degrees with the axis of the jet. If the cross-sectional area of the jet is 25 centimeters squared, he has directly given here small a. Determine the force exerted by the jet on the plate. I will change again the pen. The force exerted by the jet on the plate, the components of the force in the direction normal to the jet, the ratio in which the discharge gets divided after striking the plate. Could you get the meaning? You have to find out 3 parts. It will be asked for 6 marks or 5 marks. Last one will be for single mark. First and second part will carry 2 marks each. Therefore, it can be asked for 5 marks. Be remember always. First part 2 marks, second part 2 marks, third part 1 mark. If it is asked for 6 marks, then all the 3 will carry 2 marks each. Solution. Velocity of the jet V is equal to 35 meters per second, which is given. Inclination of the plate with the jet axis is equal to theta is equal to 30 degrees. Area of the jet A is equal to directly given. 25 centimeters squared is given. We have to convert into meters. That is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 4. You have to use as a multiplication factor. Then you will get it in meter squared. Then directly you write down the formula. F is equal to, we know when the plate is held inclined to the jet, rho a v squared sin theta. Substitute all the values, you will get F is equal to 1531.25 Newton. 1531.25 Newton. Very simple problems. Simply you have to write down the data first very correctly. You have to obtain the data from the question paper, whether you are doing assignment, whether you are doing in exam, that does not matter. Pick up the values correctly. Patiently you read first on question paper once. Hardly you may lose 1 minute. Doesn't matter. But patiently you take the values correctly, convert into one single unit, that is meter, and then substitute in the correct formula which you write. But we have been observing since so many years that students are capable of writing the lengthy formula very correctly. They normally do not write the units after they calculate particular parameter. That is very, very bad. 1531.25 they will obtain very correctly. Whereas they will forget to write this unit n, Newton, because they are thinking that they are aware of it. But how examiner will come to know that you know? Is it not so? So that's why, please, every time I do not want to waste my energy and time and your time, and I do not wish to make you to be get bored. Since so far I have told for the first time, you please remember unit must be written. Otherwise, unknowingly, you may lose 3 to 4 marks in one subject. Then 4 subjects or 5 subjects means 20 marks in total you may lose. Okay? Solution. Fx is equal to f sin theta. Further continue the solution to find out in x direction f sin theta. You can calculate fy, f cos theta. You can calculate. You will get in x direction 765.625 Newton. In y direction, the same force is calculated as 1326.1 Newton. Now last part, you have to find out what is the ratio in which the discharge gets divided after striking the plate. So discharge will be divided on both the sides of the inclined plate. So that is 1 plus cos theta divided by 1 minus cos theta. We have derived this equation in the previous class itself. Do you remember? Yes. Okay, good students. 1 plus 0.866 divided by 1 minus 0.866, because theta is equal to 30 degrees, cos theta will become 0.866. That will become equal to 13. The ratio of Q1 by Q2 is equal to 13. What do you mean by this? Q1 is nothing but equal to 13 times Q2, or vice versa. Q2 is equal to Q1 upon 13. Of course, this is very childish हो जाएगा. फिर भी some students may not grasp quickly. That's why I am showing on the screen. Okay, is it right? I hope this is come to an end. Yes, this has come to an end. References again and again, it will be get bored. That's why I am leaving it on your part. You yourself read once again what are the assignments. Thank you for watching. We will continue in the next class, please. Please do practice at home. Don't forget. Once again, after thanks, whatever we have dealt today, it has been given here. Please see. Please see here. Just we have given the figures. Go through it. I will not say anything. You yourself can understand. Okay. We will stop here. Have a good day. Have a good day, all of you.